So it's official. As of April 4th, the network known as WWE Network will be no more. The app service itself, will be no more. And that's mainly because starting next week, the official partnership for the next 5 years between WWE and the Peacock streaming service will officially begin. Now, there are some WWE content, there is, I should say, some WWE content that's currently on the Peacock service to kind of give you an idea of what's to come. But starting next week, the full migration of content from the past 12 months, keyword there, 12 months, will be migrated over to Peacock along with the network itself. Now, before I talk about, why that is, first of all, the one question a lot of people are wondering about, when it came to Peacock and this transition was whether or not they'll be able to migrate their subscription, the current WWE Network subscription, over to Peacock. And unfortunately, from what I understand, that's not going to be the case. And basically, in other words, what it means is you're going to have to create a new account on Peacock just to get access to WWE's content that will be available for the time and in the future. And they do give you two options. They give you the $4.99 option, which has ads, maybe not too many ads, and it gives you the $9.99 option, which is no ads, which I believe a lot of people are going to basically be utilizing and subscribing to more so than the $4.99 option, because they'd rather watch programming without interruption. Now, with that said though, let's get back to what I was talking about when I said, content of the past 12 months. Well, basically, from what people like Solid Monster and Just Alex Hicks, formerly Deluxe Man, and others have been saying and talking about, basically, all the content that you're used to seeing on WWE as of right now, on the WWE Network as of right now, will be migrated over. But Peacock has said that it won't be fully migrated over to at least August. And that the only content you're going to get for right now and going forward to that time period is the current content of the past 12 months. And if not the past months following that, and past weeks and all that. So in other words, over time, over the next, several months, which, begins next week, like I said, you'll see a slow integration of content. Like, in other words, right now, you're going to get only the current past 12 months and the current content of, let's say, the past week or so, on the network, along with the, and going forward, like the 2-night takeover event, Stand and Deliver, and of course WrestleMania and the Hall of Fame and all that. You're going to get all that going forward, but for any of the past content that you're used to seeing, the classic stuff like the early 90s superstars, or Wrestling Challenge or Primetime Wrestling and stuff like that, the classic stuff that you're used to seeing right now, that won't be available, according to what they're saying, according to what's being reported, to at least August at the latest. And basically what you're going to have to do is just, I guess be patient and hold off till then. Unless, this is what I think a lot of people may do, unless you use a capture device to capture the content you want that you feel will keep you entertained over the next several months. That's what I think some people may do, just so they don't have to, I guess you could say, have a drought, if you will, or kind of have a, what's the old saying, what's that, a withdrawal, if you will. They won't have to worry about having a withdrawal, because basically they will have content that they want available to them, via the capture device that they could probably put on the computer, or probably put onto a DVD or Blu-ray down the line. But the point I'm getting at, though, ladies and gentlemen, is until at least August, from what they're saying, until at least August, you won't be getting any classic content in full. I mean, from what I'm understanding, the full gist of what I'm understanding is that everything that's on there right now that we're used to watching, from the classic pay-per-views, the classic territorial shows, you know, like WCW, World Class, AEW, all that, that will not be available until at least August. Which, what I'm kind of getting the gist out of that is that throughout the next several months to follow, you'll start seeing them being integrated, but not as much. What they're estimating is by August, probably going into September, but mostly August, you know, you should be able to have access to all the content that you have right now. So basically what they're saying is it's going to be a process to be able to do all that, or to make all that happen, but it will be done. Now, for those of you that are wondering, well, for those of you, what I'm trying to say is, for those of you that are wondering, sorry about that, but for those of you that are wondering, you know, what if I don't want to pay $9.99 or $4.99? Well, it's real simple. Then you don't have to, and you don't have to worry about the Peacock service and what it's got available, and you don't really care about what WWE has to offer nostalgic-wise, and that's your choice. But there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that light at the end of the tunnel is this. As mentioned before, if you have Cox Communications as your cable provider, or Xfinity/Comcast, then all you have to do, if you already have a Peacock, account right now, maybe let's say the free trial one, all you have to do with that Peacock account is connect it to your Xfinity or Cox account, and you'll be able to get the Peacock Premium for free. In other words, you'll get the no ads premium service for free. Now, if you don't have a Peacock account, but you do have Xfinity or Cox, then all you have to do is sign up for Peacock, connect your account, because it's going to ask you that option of, do you have an Xfinity or Cox account? And all you have to do is say yes. And once you connect it, by going through the instructions they give you, you should be ready to go, and you should be able to get Peacock Premium ad-free, that is, for nothing. Basically, it'll be added to your account. It's basically because Peacock is owned by Universal / Xfinity, who owns Comcast, that is, who owns NBC. You'll be getting it for nothing. So there you go. That's a bargain in its own right. So if you're wondering, oh, am I going to have to pay for WrestleMania? You won't have to pay for WrestleMania if you get Peacock. That's pretty much a bargain right there. And I think that's great. I think that's really great. But that's only if you have an Xfinity or Cox account, because if not, you're going to have to go the $4.99 or $9.99 route. But in closing, like I said, as everybody's been reporting, basically, long story short, if you thought you'd be able to migrate your current subscription over to Peacock, that's not going to happen. You got to create a new one. And if you have Xfinity or Cox, that does help out. And also, it's going to take up till August to get most of what you see on the network right now integrated onto Peacock. So we'll have to be patient about that. But let me know what your thoughts are. Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on this whole Peacock WWE deal starting next week. And I am out.